Previously on a 100-line Last Defense Academy, with the absence of a commanding officer, Hideko takes the initiative to assign herself the role of leader. Her first order of business is revoking the rights for the non-fighters to use the cafeteria at the academy, stating that facilities should only be limited to students willing to fight for the sake of humanity. On the 10th day, the recording of Sirei's morning announcements state that 2 new rooms have been opened. The rec room, containing a gift-o-matic machine that can create any kind of gift, as well as the leisure lounge. What other plans does Hideko have in store to try and get the non-fighters to join the fighting roster?
Day 11. That's my girl, he says.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 11th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I feel like we're gonna be due for a fight soon. It's been 3 days. The enemy's gotta be up to something. Time to get up. Just as I was hoisting myself out of bed and getting to my feet, something interrupted the quiet morning atmosphere.
Huh?
Sounds like somebody's here, but it's quiet. Too quiet. Something doesn't feel right. Oh my gosh, who's at my door? I took a few hesitant steps towards the door, then took a deep breath and opened it, only to find... Hi? Takumi? Is something wrong?
Oh, Takumi, you sweet summer child, you. You really haven't noticed. I'm exhausted. I can't take it anymore. So hey, you wanna come die with me? Huh? Once we're dead, the pain will be gone. We'll finally be at peace. Come on, it'll only hurt for a second.
Girl, we can't die.
Let's just die. Die, 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 die.
You good?
Yeah!
Hey, hold on a minute. Just kidding. Man, you should have seen your face. You've been Takumi, bruh.
How was it? I totally had you, didn't I? I thought a nice joke first thing would help cheer you up.
That was hardly what I'd call a nice joke.
Hey!
What are you doing here anyway?
I'm on a mission from our glorious leader. She told me to get all the non-fighters together in the cafeteria.
Really? Hideko's letting them back in?
Yeah, to be honest though, it's kind of a drag. Think you could help me out? Misery loves company, right? Didn't Confucius say that once?
You got a weird way of asking for help, but I guess I can give you a hand.
Gracias, muchacho. Now I won't have to go through with my contingency plan. Oh well, there's always next time. Tell Gaku and Tsubasa what's up, alright? Hey, thanks, bye!
Takumi waved goodbye with a cheery smile, completely at odds with the creepy stuff she'd been saying. I just have to tell Gaku and Tsubasa to come to the cafeteria, right? That should be easy enough. I better get going. Well, she's got the twins. I'm okay with that. She can get the twins. Eito, Takumi, Tsubasa. This is Tsubasa's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door opened with a clatter. Takumi, what is it? I'm on a messenger duty. Hideko wants us all to meet up in the cafeteria. All of us? Even the non-fighters? Yesterday she told us we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. She taken that back? Hideko said that? Really has been cracking the whip. Who knows? Maybe she wants to apologize. She has been pretty harsh on you guys lately. Oh, come on, you don't believe that. This is Hideko we're talking about. Yeah, I know. Just so you know, no matter what she does to us, I'm not joining the fight. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That kind of stuff just isn't possible for me. Still looking like she might burst into tears at any moment, Tsubasa slunk off into the direction of the cafeteria. Save the sister, she'd probably be normal without him. You got a point. This is Gaku's room. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I ring the bell by the side of the door. After a little while, the door slowly opened. Oh, it's just you. What do you want? Hideko said she wants everyone to meet up in the cafeteria. For real? Us too? What'd she want this time? I just know it's nothing good. That girl's got it in for me. It's not just her either. I bet all of you think us non-fighters are nothing but dead weight. No, not really. I've said this before, but you guys are the weird ones, you know that? Regular people don't just go from living normal lives to fighting monsters without a second thought. I get what you mean, but... Fine. Hideko wants us in the cafeteria. I'll go. If I don't, it'll only get worse for me, right? Man, oh man. Oh, rotten luck. After several dramatic groans, Gaku skulked off into the direction of the cafeteria. We're the weird ones for fighting? Don't go thinking I don't know that. I'm not doing this because I enjoy it. Alright, I've done what Darumi asked me to. I should head to the cafeteria with the rest of them. Why is Hideko getting us all together, though? I can't imagine I'm gonna like what happens next. I have concerns. I also have concerns. Alright, everyone's here. I guess now we'll find out what this emergency meeting is all about. What is Hideko up to this time? Oh my gosh, this poor kid is starving. Hey, can we have something to eat before we start? I'm so hungry, I'm getting stomach cramps. Of course. I wouldn't want you to think I'm totally heartless. Here's some disposable chopsticks I found in the trash. Feel free to grill them or have them raw if you prefer. You are totally heartless. Hideko, please, give them some real food. I can't bear to see them like this. Very well. Help yourself to dry bread. One per person. Just one slice each? We may have surplus food supplies in the refrigerator, but that doesn't mean they're unlimited. We need to use our resources wisely. Wasting them on freeloaders would be the same as throwing them away. Freeloaders? Come on. That's fair. I've always been a useless freeloader. Even the air I breathe could probably be used more productively somewhere else. Let's move on. You're probably wondering why I summoned you here today. Yes, actually. So why did you ask us to come here? Gaku, Tsubasa, Ima, Tako, and Shoma, the non-fighters, as we've been calling you, I've decided you're going to leave this school. Huh? What do you mean, leave? You're kicking us out? Kicking you out? What a delightful turn of phrase. Yes, I'm kicking you out. And if you won't leave of your own accord, I'll make you. That's all I have to say. Why don't you get going and save us a lot of trouble? What? Right now? Hideko, have you lost your mind? Why would you do that to our friends? Why do you think? We've been brought here for one purpose, and one purpose only. To fight. Anyone who can't, or won't, do that has no place here, so why not get rid of them? If the invaders get distracted by hunting them down in the ruins outside, at least they'll be serving a purpose. What, as decoys? Try to stay alive as long as you can. The less time the invaders spend on the school, the better. You can't just use us like that. You should be grateful. I'm giving you a chance to make yourselves useful. And I doubt I'd make much difference. I'll just get stepped on like the cockroach I am, and that'll be the end of it. Hideko, are you real right now? Are you real right now? You can't go through with this. It's going too far. Don't waste my time with meaningless objections. I'm leading the school now, and what I say goes. Don't think, don't argue. Just obey my orders. But it's so extreme. Can't you go a little easier on us? You really don't understand the position you're in, do you? Let me ask you a question. Why should we be expected to fight to protect you when you do nothing in return? Well, you see? Now, no excuses. Pack up whatever personal belongings you have and leave. Seriously? Right now? If such a simple task is beyond you, I don't mind helping you along. I'll make you leave by force if necessary. Wait, Hideko, please. This is all too sudden. Can't you give them some more time? Time for what? Well, if you spring this on them out of the blue, the lesson won't really sink in, you know? All right. You've got 5 days. 5 days. You've got until day 16 to make your choice. Fight alongside us or leave forever.
Just 5 days?
If you do decide to fight, I'll give you a little test on that day instead. I wouldn't want you telling me what I want to hear and going back on it later. What kind of test? You'll find out when the time comes. I think that covers everything. As for the rest of you, remember to stay on guard in case there's an attack today. With her customary brusque attitude, Hideko said all she had to say and left without another word. This is just too cruel. We're supposed to be comrades. Friends. Friends? Yeah, right. I bet you can't wait to get rid of us. That's not true. If we all work together, I'm sure we can get Hideko to change her mind. Come on, man. You really think she's gonna back down now? We still have to try. Just let it go, okay? If we're getting kicked out, we're getting kicked out. Nothing we can do about it. It makes no difference if it's now or in 5 days. It's still better than being forced to fight. Are you sure about that? I mean, once you get outside school grounds. I know. Sheesh. Bad enough that we're gonna die out there. I don't need you reminding me. Whatever, I'm done. This school, this war, the whole saving humanity thing, it can go to hell for all I care. My whole life's just been one long string of rotten luck. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I better end up as a billionaire or something in my next life. After everything I've been through, I deserve that to catch a break. Still raving to himself, Gaku stomped away, just as unwilling to hear us out as Hideko had been. He sure is freaking out, huh? I think I know how he feels. Now that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm. Not that I'm putting Gaku in the same category as a sniveling worm like me. But I get what it's like to be so totally unsuited for combat that you can't even imagine having to fight for your own survival. Even our peaceful modern-day society was too competitive for me. How am I supposed to cope on the front lines of an actual war? Don't talk like that. You can't just give up. I wouldn't call it giving up. I'm just recognizing my limits. Too useless to live. Too cowardly to die. It's a miracle I even made it this far in life. Well, not so much a miracle as an unfortunate oversight. This is simply nature's way of correcting it. Shoma gave a formal bow and left, making as little noise as possible. Shoma. I get where Hideko's coming from, you know? It's not fair for us to hang back and let you do all the fighting. But doing anything else is really out of the question for me. Seriously, it's just not gonna happen. Why can't you be our mechanic? That's helping. Tsubasa? I think I must have been sent here by mistake or something. It was actually only a matter of time before I got kicked out anyway. That's the same as saying you don't care if you die out there, you know that? Yeah, but at least then it'll all be over. At least then I won't have to deal with all these confusing feelings anymore. I could see tears welling up in Tsubasa's eyes. Before I could say anything to comfort her, she was gone too. We sure do have a lot of Debbie Downers here, don't we? Given the circumstances, I guess that's only natural. Why are you so, upbeat? You're about to get kicked out. I'll respect the heck out of the game if it just kills half of them. Half is a stretch. Half is a stretch. I can only name 3 people that I really don't like. Used to be one of us, Mr. Atsuki. Why'd you have to betray us and join the battle freaks? I don't think I betrayed you, actually.
What should we do, brother dearest?
Don't worry about a thing, sister dearest. I have a foolproof plan. You do? Yes, but I'm afraid I can't say any more than that. The element of surprise is a big part of it. Fine, keep your secrets, but you know there's still time to change your mind, right? I don't think so. Even if we do get thrown out of here, that hellish wasteland will be a paradise so long as I'm with my dear sister. As such, there's nothing more to discuss. We'll be going back to our rooms now. Be sure to fight with all your might to protect us from the invaders. The Tsukumo twins left the cafeteria arm in arm, each wearing a different expression, like a pair of sock and buskin masks. Damn, a single one of them willing to fight, not even to save their own skins.
Hey!
I don't think Hideko was bluffing either. If they don't come around, she really will force them to leave. We've got 5 days. Isn't there anything we can do?
She gave us that extension pretty easily, don't you think?
Now that you mention it, Takumi barely had to say anything to get her to go along with it. Maybe she was expecting us to plead on their behalf. This could be another part of her plan. I think Hideko wants us to use these 5 days to convince the others to join the fight. So that's why she agreed to it right after I stepped in? She was planning to give us that time all along? We're all just dancing to her tune, huh? Man, that pisses me off. I don't like it either, but if we want to save everyone, this is the only way.
Okay, but how's that gonna work exactly? None of them seemed like they were gonna budge on this.
Yeah, I wonder why they're so dead set against fighting. I can only imagine it must be for personal reasons. In that case, we'll need to get them to share what those are before we can even begin to convince them. But how? Don't seem like they're willing to spill the beans. You're right. We need to get them to open up to us first. Do we have to save Brother Dearest and the Debbie Downer person? I don't want. There's 3 characters that I don't mind not convincing. I have an idea. Why don't we sneak them some food? Food? Yeah, I'm sure they're all starving. If we can fill their bellies, there's a chance we can get them to open up to us a little.
Tempt them with some bait, huh? Sounds like a plan. At least it's simple.
So we gain their trust with food and then try to convince them to fight. Sounds like a major hassle. Hi, who do we get to do this? In response, all eyes in the room turned towards me, of course. I should have seen this coming. Alright, I'll do it. Sorry, but you heard Ima. They already consider me a traitor. Probably wouldn't get anywhere with them. All this subtlety and planning crap ain't really my thing. And you just know that of me, it'll only make it worse.
Yay! I didn't even have to come up with my own excuse.
We'll still help you any way we can, of course. Yeah, you can count on us. Not like we got anything better to do.
Heck, it'd only reverse your social links with us if you tried to do it all by yourself at this point.
Thanks, guys. We've got 5 days. Let's make the most of them. So it's up to me to convince the non-fighters to start fighting. I'll work something out. I have to keep believing that. Save your game, because we might mess up. After taking a moment to outline our goals going forward, Eito, Takemaru, Darumi, and I went back to our rooms. I'm probably gonna botch it, so I'm gonna save my game. 5 days. Just 5 days to turn everything around. Convincing the whole group right away is probably too much to ask for. I should pick 1 or 2 of them to focus on. I feel like the sister is gonna be really hard to convince without her brother, because as much as she's really embarrassed every time he fawns over her, I don't think she's gonna be separated from him. I really like Tsubasa. So we'll focus on her first. Tsubasa, Shoma, Gaku, Kako, and Ima. Those are the 5 I'm trying to persuade. Of the list, Tsubasa seems the easiest to persuade. She doesn't seem as stubborn as the others. If I give her an impassioned plea, she might come around. Okay, first one I'm going to try to convince is Tsubasa. I'm glad that the main character agrees with me. With that decided, I should head over to her room. I'm sure she's hungry. If I bring her some food, I bet she'll at least hear me out. Save my game because I'm going to mess up a negotiation somewhere. I rang the doorbell to Tsubasa's room. After a short while, the door slowly opened. What is it, Takumi? Is it Hideko again? If you don't mind, I just want to be left alone. Actually, I came here on my own. Here, I brought you something. Well, that looks delicious. I figured you'd be hungry. Are those sandwiches for me? Yeah, I thought we could sit and eat together. It's just that I don't want Hideko to catch us, so would you mind letting me in? We're going in a girl's room. Of course, come in. Welcome to my room, you beautiful sandwiches. You too, Takumi. What am I, a consolation prize? Oh, she looks like she's working on something in here. The moment the door closed, Tsubasa pounced on the sandwiches. This is what I've been missing. I've been craving moist bread since we got here. I never want to see dry bread ever again. It makes my mouth feel like sandpaper. She must have been starving. She scarfed down the sandwiches in less than a minute. I'm stuffed. Thanks, Takumi. You're a lifesaver. Now I don't have to eat dry bread today. Have you just been living on dry bread since Hideko banned you from the cafeteria? Yeah, the bread is so dry. I had a nightmare last night where I was stranded in the desert. Hey, would it be too much to ask you to bring over some moist bread from time to time? No problem. I can try to sneak you some bread or rice balls. Really? But in exchange, would you open up to me? Huh? Open up to you about what? The reason why you won't fight. If you have some reason, I'd love for you to tell me. I should have expected this. Is this what you were after from the start? The sandwiches were to bribe me for information? Sorry, Tsubasa. I know I'm taking advantage of your desperation here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Okay, fine, but in exchange, I'm gonna want some more moist bread later. She let out a deep, resigned sigh and began to share her inner thoughts. Look, I feel bad about it. I know it's unfair for me to stay where it's safe while you guys go out there and fight. But fighting is difficult for me. It's a physical thing. What do you mean? Tsubasa? I can't keep it down. Keep it down? When I get nervous, it comes out, and not just a little bit.
Hey!
When what comes out? I don't understand. She vomits, dude. Puke! I puke, okay? Huh? That's just how I'm built. When I get nervous, I hurl. Come to think of it, Tsubasa is always retching. That's why if I ever fought the invaders, I'd turn the battlefield into a sea of vomit. Do you really want to get showered by my puke? Would you even be able to fight under those conditions? What if my puke got into your eyes? Could you take medicine or something? It's a physical thing, and my medicine doesn't help the issue. I've tried all sorts of things since I was little, but none of them worked. When I get worked up, it just comes out, and even now, I just... picturing myself fighting the invaders. Are you okay? Oh, God. No. No. I can't keep... Tsubasa vomited all over the floor. She immediately pushed me out of her room, tears welling in her eyes. That's a tough thing to live with. She vomits whenever she's nervous. It's right that she won't be able to fight if she's constantly puking. I can't blame her for I can't blame her for refusing. But there's a chance she'll fight if she can overcome this issue. It didn't seem like she was unwilling to fight. If only I can find out a way to suppress her nausea. How though? Puking is... Puking? Eito, how long have you been there? I just came by to see if I could help with anything. So, what is this about puking? I hate to air out someone's personal health struggles, but this doesn't seem like something I can solve on my own. Maybe I can ask him for advice. Alright, just keep this between us, okay? I proceeded to tell Eito about Tsubasa's tendency to puke. I see, so that's what she's been dealing with. That sounds tough. Yeah, I want to help her, but I don't know how. She hasn't found a successful remedy on her own, right? In that case, maybe it's better we just assume she's gonna vomit and plan around that instead. She can throw up all over the enemy. How about that?
Huh?
What do you mean? Like, have her bring a high-quality sick bag or something. A sick bag? Like the bags they have on buses? I suppose if she used the bag when she had to, she wouldn't have to worry about getting puke everywhere. But do they even have sick bags here? High-quality ones at that. What about using the gift... Oh my gosh, there's a... So, I have an idea. What if we get the... What if we have the pack of balloons that holds a liter of fluid? That could work. The gift-o-matic? Yeah, if they don't have them there, we just need to make them. Seems like it's able to make most things. It's worth looking into. We headed over to the rec room together to check the gift-o-matic. Oh, okay. I was thinking of something completely different. Fashionable sick pouch. Fashionable. It looks like a fashionable pouch at first glance, but it contains an odor and liquid-proof barf bag. It can be fully washed for max cleanliness. That makes a lot more sense than my initial suggestion. A fashionable sick pouch? This looks perfect. Tsubasa is sure to open up if we give this to her as a present. The materials we'll need are string, a plastic bag, and a fashionable pouch. I need to write that down because I'm going to forget. Transcript. We are going to need string, which I believe we can get in the wild. A plastic bag, which we could probably also get in the wild because I didn't see it on the list. And a fashionable pouch. String and plastic bags seem easy enough to find, but a fashionable pouch may prove tricky. If anyone's likely to have a pouch, it'd be a girl. Maybe I can negotiate a trade of some sort. I'll look for a fashionable pouch if you can handle the string and plastic bag. Oh, I don't even have to worry about the string and plastic bag. And so, Eito and I split up to gather the materials we needed to make the sick bag. Now, where to start? I guess I'll just ask everyone. Give Tsubasa a heartfelt gift to persuade her. Talk to the other characters to gather information about what you should get her. You might also need to go exploring to get the materials you need to make the gift. Give everything you have to persuade Tsubasa. So, let's talk to you. You're right there. Somewhere. Sarani, where are you? Did I? Oh, there you are.
Huh?
Sarani, do you have a fashionable pouch? If you do, could I have it?
Huh. I don't use them. I just dump all my makeup in my bag. I even throw my mirror in there, raw dog, so I always end up cutting my finger on the cracked surface.
Right. You should be careful. I always imagined that all girls carried around pouches and accessory bags, but I guess that's not the case.
I mean, I might not have one, but I've got some ideas where you can find a pouch.
Huh?
Really?
Back around where we found Eito, I found what looked like a dilapidated cosmetics shop. I memorized where it was so I could go maybe pick up something from there later.
Can you tell me where it is? I got the general coordinates of the cosmetics shop from Darumi. If I can't find a pouch somewhere inside the school, I'll go check this place out later. I might have to go out into the wilds. Who else can we talk to? Oh, the twins are at the entrance. Let's make our way down. We'll go to the entrance last in case we actually do need to go to the wild. Oops. How's it going, Takumi? Are you getting anywhere with them? Still working on it. I talked to Tsubasa, but it's a little complicated. I have a feeling that she'll choose to fight with us. Wait, will or will not? I have a feeling that she will choose to fight with us. Okay. Yeah, bike lovers ain't no cowards. Bike lovers? Does Tsubasa like bikes? I mean, all vehicles, really. She's a huge mech geek. She really knows her shit. Never met a girl who knew more about bikes than me. That much, huh? Apparently her grandpa runs a workshop. She hung out there every day where she learned how to be a mechanic. You know, I vaguely recall her saying something like that before.
I wonder if the workshop's still standing after all that.
Workshop.
Oh, it's just a little garage I run with my grandpa. We mostly just tune up cars, but we do other stuff too. I've always liked tinkering with machines, so I've been watching my grandpa work ever since I was little.
Her grandpa's workshop, huh? I should file this information away. It might help me convince her. By the way, Takemaru, you know where I could find a fashionable pouch? A what? Yeah, I knew it was a long shot. I'm guessing I missed stuff during my phone call. So we're trying to convince Tsubasa. She is our first target. She has admitted that anytime she's nervous, she throws up everywhere. So we're trying to make a fashionable puke bag for her to kind of entice her to fight for us. So I'm looking for those materials right now. That's the plan. It made a lot more sense than my initial plan, which was to buy a bag of 12 balloons that holds a liter of fluid and she could just throw up in there. But this makes more sense. Look, Takumi. I found a plastic bag. Nice one, Eito. One item down. Let's keep this up. Where should I look next? Any ideas? You seem pretty upbeat. I don't know, I'm just having fun. Feels like a treasure hunt. I spent a lot of time in the hospital, so I never got to hang out with friends like this. I mean, we're not exactly playing around here, but whatever. He did find one of the items after all. Good for him. Operation Puke Balloon cancelled. Hi, Neo.
A fashionable pouch? I don't have anything like that. I've never even used one before.
Not even once?
We don't even carry around bags or wallets.
We would only be targeted by robbers if we did.
We tie all our valuables to our bodies so they're secure. That's just being street smart.
Yes, we literally keep things on our person.
Reminds me of the nights we spent sleeping on the streets. Me snuggling up against my sister dearest.
We were pressed up pretty close.
What kind of horrible struggles did these two go through?
You can have a piece of string. I recommend you tie your valuables to your thigh.
Thanks. I'll do that. While I didn't find a pouch, I managed to get some string. That's a progress at least. Yay, I have 2 items. I'm gonna have to go into the wild now. Well, we got string in a plastic bag, but we came up short on the fashionable pouch. Yeah, but I got a lead on where we might be able to find one. According to what Darumi told me, there's a cosmetics shop where I found Eito outside the school. We'll go check it out tomorrow. But won't we lose a day of free time if we go out in the wild?